I've been on the low, I've been taking my time. I feel like I'm out of my mind. It feel like my life ain't mine. Who can relate? Woo! I've been on the low, I've been taking my time. I feel like I'm out of my mind. It feel like my life ain't mine. I don't wanna be alive. I don't wanna be alive. I just wanna die today. I just wanna die. I don't wanna be alive. I don't wanna be alive. I just wanna die. And let me tell you why. All this other shit I'm talking about, they think they know it. I've been praying for somebody to save me. No one's heroic in my life, don't even matter. I know it, I know it, I know I'm hurting deep down, but can't show it. I never had a place to call my own. I never had a home. Ain't nobody calling my phone. Where you been, where you at, what's on your mind? They say every life precious, but nobody care about mine. I've been on the low, I've been taking my time. I feel like I'm out of my mind. It feel like my life ain't mine. Who can relate? Woo! I've been on the low, I've been taking my time. I feel like I'm out of my mind. It feel like my life ain't mine. I want you to be alive. I want you to be alive. You don't gotta die today. You don't gotta die. I want you to be alive. I want you to be alive. You don't gotta die. Now let me tell you why.
It's the very first breath when your head's been drowning underwater. And it's the lightness in the air when you're there chest to chest with the lover. It's holding on though the road's known. I'm seeing light in the darkest things. And when you stare at your reflection, finding out when who it is, I know that you'll thank God you.
I know where you've been, where you are, where you're going. I know you're the reason I believe in life. What's the day without a little night? I'm just trying to set a little light. It can be hard, it can be so hard, but you gotta live right now. You got everything to give right now. I've been on the low, I've been taking my time. I feel like I'm out of my mind. It feel like my life ain't mine. Who can relate? Woo! I've been on the low, I've been taking my time. I feel like I'm out of my mind. It feel like my life ain't mine. I finally wanna be alive. I finally wanna be alive. I don't wanna die today. I don't wanna die. I finally wanna be alive. I finally wanna be alive. I don't wanna die. I don't wanna die.
I just wanna live. I just wanna live.
Pain don't hurt the same, I know. The lane I travel feels alone, but I'm moving till my legs give out, and I see my tears melt in the snow. But I don't wanna cry, I don't wanna cry anymore. I wanna feel alive, I don't even wanna die anymore. Oh, I don't wanna, I don't wanna, I don't even wanna die anymore.
Steps off, baby. This ain't just a vibe, it's a sanctuary.
You just walked into the Love Palace. Welcome to a daily dose of D. Wrap yourself in satin truth. This love ain't rushed, it's velvet smooth. Silk on your spirit, rose in your mouth. Let me show you what healing's really about. Ooh, she don't play with pleasure, nah. Only pours it where it's earned. Let it burn slow. A daily dose of tea. Let the love run deep and free. One touch and you'll believe. She's the calm, she's the heat, she's the peace you need. Here in the Love Palace, where even broken ships sail smooth. Anchored down, baby, daily dose of tea. Your prescription to feel seen. drift into healing seas. We don't chase waves, we ride them.
The mind is the garden, and we are the keepers. Some days it blues, and some days it weeps. But either way, it speaks. And baby, if you listen close enough, it'll tell you what it needs. Today, we honor that voice. We honor World Mental Health Day because healing starts within. So welcome to Daily Dose of D, where healing meets honesty and laughter meets love. Let's get into it. Grand rising, grand afternoon, or grand evening, depending on what time of day you're watching Daily Dose of D. I am your host, Goddessy of Love. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day on this Friday. We have made it to Friday, everybody. Yes, we have. So here at Daily Dose of D today, if you didn't know, today is World Mental Health Day. And that's why I've been having the trigger warnings up, because we're going to talk about it today, okay? So if you feel you're going to be triggered, go ahead, and I understand if you can't watch it today, okay? But please, if you have an opportunity, tap in, because it's some good, valuable information, okay? So we're just going to go ahead and dive right in. With that being said, today, we're going to say this is Free Your Mind Friday. And the word of the day is going to be mental, relating to the mind. It's just that simple. And the quote of the day is, what mental health needs is more sunlight, more candor, and more unashamed conversation. And that is by Glenn Close, y'all. Okay? So let's go ahead and get right into this topic with the word mental. Mental comes from the Latin word mentalis, meaning of the mind. So when we talk about being mental, we're talking about something that involves our mind, our thoughts, emotions, perceptions, and even how we make sense of life. Now, some people use the word mental in a negative way, right? You know, oh, they're mental, like something's wrong. But that's not what it really means, people. Being mental simply means being human. Everybody's got a brain. Everybody has a mind. Everybody has thoughts. And sometimes those thoughts get heavy. But that's the part of this human experience. When someone says they're mental, it doesn't mean that they're broken. It means they're aware enough to say, hey, I'm going through something in my mind. I need some space to process that. And that right there takes courage. So before we go further, let's shift the way we talk about mental health. Let's make it normal. Let's make it say, I'm not okay today. All right, fam? Don't go anywhere. We're just getting started on this topic. Take a moment to breathe, grab your water, grab your tea, grab whatever you need. Check in with your mind real quick, because we'll be right back after this break. This is Daily Dose of D, where love heals the mind.
This is the fruit of our hard work, the belief in the entrepreneurial spirit, the new American dream. A toast to my family and life. Till then.
Welcome back, everybody. Make sure you subscribe to Dre Cobb, part of the network. He has some very, very good music, conscious, indigenous music, some motivational music to really get your mind to thinking. And he has some other stuff that have you moving and grooving. Make sure you subscribe to Dre Cobb and the network, Dangerous, and all of them that are dropping music. Chris Cyphers will be dropping his new sound and music soon. So subscribe to the network and Dre Cobb for that uplifting and some good bangers, okay? Make sure you subscribe because it is COC Energy, collaboration over competition, networking at its finest, and that includes the network. You feel me? All right, beautiful people. I hope you took that little breath, stretched, and maybe smiled at yourself in the mirror because we're diving deeper into this journey of the mind. So now that we know what mental health means, let's talk about mental health. Let's get into it, people. The best definition of mental health is simple. It's the state of your emotional, psychological, and social well-being. It's how you think, how you feel, and how you act. Mental health affects how you handle stress, how we relate to others, and how we make choices every single day. Now, listen, it ain't just about not having a mental illness, it's about having balance. It's about knowing when to rest your mind, when to feed it with love, and when to silence all that outside noise. And trust me, it's okay to say, my mind needs to reset. We all need to do that. I do it. Now, since today is World Mental Health Day, let me give you a little bit of history of how this day came about. Is that okay? Okay. Now, did you know that World Mental Health Day was first celebrated back in 1992? It was started by the World Federation of Mental Health to raise awareness and educate the world about mental health well-being. Each year, the theme changes, but the message stays the same. Take care of your mind because your mind takes care of you. And I love that. Don't you guys love that? Because it reminds us we're not alone. This is a global conversation that we're having today, baby. From the New York to the Nigerian, from Jamaica to Japan, everybody's realizing that mental health is just as important as your physical health. So today, October the 10th, and Free Your Mind Friday, we're not just talking about it, we are healing together. All right, let's pause right here. Go stretch your mind and your body. You know you at the Daily Dose of D today. So when we come back, we're getting into why mental health is so important and why you deserve to protect your peace all the time. Stay tuned. I'll be right with you right after this message.
So lifetimes in these hips and prayers inside my wrist. They said I'm too much, too wild, too free, but baby, I was never meant to be. Quiet, tame, contained, I am so untamed.
Worlds become portals, and we soul. I'm Alicia Dion, and this is Soul. Let's begin. What is meant for you
I am
is
so
already in motion.
work slowly.
Let's see where it leads.
Magic in my skin, healing while you hold me.
The cards are just
Say my name, feel the shift begin. Alicia Yeti, I'm so work within. So work within. I read stars with my fingertips, found heaven in the curve of my lips. My voice, a spell you can't forget. I bloom in shadows, no.
Welcome back, everyone. Make sure you subscribe to Alicia Dion. She has that daily spark that can definitely help with your mental to start your day out, okay? Every single day, 7 days a week, 8 p.m., 8 a.m., Central Standard Time, okay? Get that daily spark and then hit the notification button because she has been talking about what soul work is. And we're just tapping in and enjoying that series. So if you haven't even tapped into the first episode, go ahead and run that back, okay? Once again, make sure you like, share, and subscribe to Alicia Dion, where that soul works, where the spirit talks and the listen. Okay? COC, collaboration over competition. So, family, I hope you're still tuned in to Daily Dose of D. You already know what this vibe is. There's love, laughter, a little bit of tears if you want to, but absolutely some learning. So let's go ahead and keep this conversation going, okay? So let's talk about why is mental health important? Because you know what? Everything starts in the mind. Everything starts in the mind. Your thoughts shape your reality. Your emotions drive your decisions. And your mental peace, baby, that's your power. If your mind ain't right, it affects you and how you see the world. Let's just be honest about that. It affects your relationships, your job, your sleep, your joy. And too many of us try to push through that pain and just smile. I know I have. We say, I'm fine when we're falling apart inside. But mental health is not a luxury, it's a necessity. So take care of your mind the way that you take care of your hair, your nails, your body. Nurture it, okay? Feed it positivity. Protect it like it's gold. Because you know what? It is. Now, let's talk about that thing that you have in your hand or on your desk or in your bed, that elephant in the room, the digital room, social media. It's where most of us connect. Wouldn't you guys agree? Including here right now on YouTube. It's a double-edged sword when it comes to our mental state. Social media can be a blessing and a burden, a blessing and a curse. The burden or the curse is the biggest issue. It comes down to three things: comparison, isolation, and sleep. So let's talk. Every feed is the highlight reel, right? When you're constantly seeing everyone else appearing to be perfect, right? They're on that perfect trip. There's that perfect relationship, that job, their body. That triggers the fear of missing out. The FOMO, fear of missing out, and feeling like you're unworthy, you're inadequate. The constant comparison can seriously fuel, fuel your anxiety and cause depression. Let's talk about how it increases your isolation. So we're connecting more online, right? We're connecting here. You might be on Instagram, you might be on TikTok, you might be on Facebook, you might be on Twitter, you might be on Twitch, but we're spending less time having genuine face to face interaction. Replacing real life connection with digital scrolling can actually make you feel more lonely. And that's a painful irony. Now let's talk about this sleep. hmm Let's talk about how this social media can affect your sleep. Scrolling before bed exposes you to that blue light. Y'all know that blue light I'm talking about? I know it because I'll be like, dang. And that blue light, did y'all know it messes with your natural sleep cycle? Did y'all know that? Poor sleep is massive contributor to stress and poor mental health. Not only that, it makes you moody and grumpy. Okay, you be like, I ain't got. I know when I don't have enough sleep. I don't know about y'all. I be grumpy. I don't feel like doing nothing because I'm sleepy. So remember, there's comparison, isolation, and sleep. The ways that social media can affect your mental health. We scroll, we compare some more, and then some more again. And before you know it, you're feeling less than over something that's not even real. Like filters, validations, likes. It's all addictive. But remember, when you see what you see online isn't always the truth. It's a highlight reel, not really the full story. Keep that in mind. But it's not all bad, right? This platform is living proof that there's good on social media. And the COC is living proof there's good on social media. And the network is living proof that there's good on social media, along with many other content creators that are have positive effects on giving you life experience. You can find support. You can learn new things. You can connect with people who relate to you. And that's huge. The upside is undeniable. Social media helps build community, a family. You can find support groups. You can access educational resources about mental health, like this discussion that we're having right now. And you can connect with people who share your same struggles. It helps break down stigma by normalizing the conversation. It can be a very powerful tool used for good. So the key isn't to quit social media entirely, but to use it mindfully. Okay? We have to master it as a tool, not another way around what we are facing inside. So here's a challenge for you. It's simple. Set boundaries. Try setting a screen time limit or creating a no phone zone during dinner or house before bed. Set boundaries. So this here goes a transparent moment. My pet peeve is if we're out to dinner as a family or as a group or whatever, and everybody's on their phone and we not having conversation. I'm like, we should have just ate at home so everybody could be on their phone. So set boundaries, okay? Unfollow accounts that make you feel inadequate, stressed, or drained, and follow more people who are uplifting, educational, and funny. Use social media wisely. Make it a space of inspiration, not frustration. Follow pages that's going to feed your peace, that's going to give you peace. Unfollow what drains your spirit. Okay? Your mental health matters more than the algorithm. Let me come up and say close to you. Your mental health matters more than the algorithm. Okay? So take another deep breath, family, and let's let all that just sink into our body and our spirit. And I'll be right back after this break. This is Daily Dose of D, where healing gets real. I'll be right back after this message.
She wrote it in the rhythm of the trees. Talk sweet, pour, calm like teas. Queen KELZ with the herbs that speak. She the balance when your soul feel weak. From plan to play, she walk with grace. Tinctures that kiss you into place. This ain't a trend, this ancient flow. She don't heal you, she helps you grow, yeah. She dropped that lemon balm in the brew. Talk to the leaves like they kinfolk too. From seed to sip, it's alignment work. Holistic hands, love laced in dirt. Queen KELZ, that soul on the rise. She don't sell dreams, she real with the vibes. Got jars on the shelf like blessings in glass. Reminding your spirit to slow down fast. No rush, just rhythm. She the pause in the system. Where the world wanna numb, she say feel. That's the kind of magic that heals for real. In the rhythm of the trees. Talk sweet, pour, calm like teas. Queen KELZ with the herbs that speak. She the balance when your soul feel weak. From plan to plate, she walk with grace. Tinctures that kiss you into place. This ain't a trend, it's ancient flow. She don't heal you, she helps you grow.
Welcome back, everybody. Hey, y'all make sure y'all hit up my cousin and my friend, Holistic Royalty by KELZ. Very, very good physical things that can help with your mental health, which we're going to talk about a little later on in this live. But subscribe to her. She has tinctures now, natural tinctures that can help certain elements in your body. Good, healthy food, and yes, baby, yoga. Yoga is coming soon because we didn't got her to them 50 subscribers. Gracias. Thank you. Gratitude for all those that have done that. And let's keep giving her more subscribers, y'all, because she will be having us do some yoga. It's coming up real soon. So make sure you like, share, and subscribe to Holistic Royalty by KELZ. Big COC energy. You feel me? Okay, my loves. We're going to dive even deeper now. Because next, we're talking about something that runs deep in the family line. So let's kick this off like this. Let's kick this off with a question. Okay? Is mental illness a matter of genetics? Did your parents pass this down to me, or did it come from their parents and they got it? Did it pass down? Well, that's a complex question. So yes, in some ways, It can. Mental health conditions are generally not caused by one single gene, but by a combination of genetics and the environment. Let me say that again. A combination of genetics and environment. So it's a predisposition. It's not a guarantee. So think of your genes as giving you a vulnerability or an increased risk of conditions like depression, bipolar disorder, schizophrenia. For example, if a close family member has a bipolar disorder, you your risk is statistically higher than the general population. Okay? It's the nature and the nurture interact. What do you mean by this? The genetics is nature, but the nurture, which is your environment, early life experiences, stress levels, trauma, and even substance abuse often acts as the trigger. You can have the genetic vulnerability your whole entire life, but the major life stressors is what actually switches the condition on. hmm Okay? So, the bottom line of this is if mental illness runs in your family, it's not a sentence, but a warning sign. It means you should be more proactive about your self care, about your stress management, and seeking help early. Knowledge is your power here, okay? Depression, anxiety, bipolar disorder, these can have genetic components, but that doesn't mean your future is set in stone, okay? Genetics may load the gun, but environment and self awareness, they pulled the trigger. If you come from a family where mental health wasn't talked about, you you have the power to be the cycle bearer breaker, the generational curse breaker. Okay? You can be the one who says, I'm gonna go ahead and get this therapy because nobody in my family has done that. I'm gonna speak up. I'm healing out loudly. And when you do those things, that's power, baby. That's true legacy. Okay? So now let's move on to the second big question that people like to ask. How does your mind really impact your body? Does mental health affect physical health? Oh, yes, it does, baby. Your mind and your body are best friends. They high fiving each other, okay? When one part is hurting, the other feels it. For example, stress response, right? When you have chronic stress from anxiety or depression, it keeps your body in fight or flight mode. This leads you to high levels of the hormone cortisol. And you know what this can do? It can cause inflammation, high blood pressure, and a high risk of heart attacks and stroke. When you have a chronic illness, let's talk about physical now. People with a long term physical condition like diabetes, heart disease, chronic pain are 3 times more likely to experience depression and anxiety. You see how that works together? Let's talk about the immune system when it comes to your mental health first, okay? So, when you have mental distress, you know what it does to your immune system? It weakens it. So, uh, you're more, what's the word I'm trying to say? Likely to get colds, flus, and other things that might be going around because your immune system is lower when you're under mental distress. Now, When you have a chronic illness, people with long-term physical conditions, like I talked about, the pain is 3 times worse when you experience depression and anxiety. There you go. They being best friends again. Okay. So, physical symptoms, depression can cause headache, fatigue, digestive system problems. Your stomach be all jacked up, y'all, when your mental's not right. Y'all understand that? Well, often anxiety manifests as stomach issues, muscle tension, or insomnia. Inflammation, studies have shown, and I know this for a fact because I have inflammation, okay? I have chronic inflammation from rheumatoid arthritis. They can send signals to the brain contributing to the symptoms of major depressive disorder. Yes, it all comes back to a holistic approach. So tap in with Holistic Royalty by KELLZ. When you work on your mental health through therapy, exercise, or good sleep, you are not just helping your mood, you're actively lowering your blood pressure, reducing inflammation, and literally protecting your heart. Stress, anxiety, depression, they all lead to headaches, fatigue, heart issues, and a weakened immune system. So if your body's been talking, maybe your mind's been crying for attention. So take care of both. Stretch, meditate, pray, eat good, rest your soul, drink your water, because you know what? You deserve peace inside and outside. All right, my love. I'm going to be right back. Go refill that cup, whatever you got going on. If you need to light a candle, go ahead and do that. And I'm going to meet you right back here at Daily Dose of D. And we got more healing to do right after this message.
Yeah, let's move it out now. Big relentless up in this. It's Big Mouthpiece. Oh, you ain't know? That ain't love, that's like hatred. Come on, brother. Why you niggas still on fake shit? Come on, brother. How you black, but you a racist? Come on, brother. She sleeping with her twin husband, see this tasteless. Come on, sister. Time to take it back to the king queen shit. Come on, sister. Time to take it back to the king queen shit. Come on, brother. It's time to take it back to the king queen shit. Come on, part 3. It's time to take it back. Come on, it's like an emergency. Time to get moving with urgency. Big Mouthpiece back to get this shit sold up like surgery. Shout out to DJ King Miller and all those that work in the clergy. Can't waste no time, we better do it in a hurry. Set a date at 9 or probably even 9:30. Why they so quick to talk down but slow to show love to me? Quick to eat off the table but won't plan me, want something for me. I gave them my open arms, now they acting like they don't know me. I needed some direction, that's when Queen Money Tide told me. Focus on the bag, all that nonsense is below me. So turn me up, don't be shady, press that like up for me. Hey, you can't look down on the brother, I used to swipe from the corner store cause I was hungry. Instead of respecting my grind, how you go throw shade on me? Big brother hate my guts, tryna chop off my feet, but I am not Toby. Haters be praying on my downfall, but be acting like we homies. That ain't love, that's like hatred. Come on, bruh. Why you niggas still on fake shit? Come on, bruh. How you black, but you a racist? Come on, bruh. She sleeping with her twin husband, see that's tasteless. Come on, sister. Time to take it back to the king queen shit. Come on, sister.
Welcome back to my channel, Daily Dose of D, y'all. Make sure you tune into Big Mouthpiece tomorrow. He said 9:30 over there. But you know what? If you hit the notification button, you will know when he comes live. If you missed the journey home, make sure you go tap into that too. But Saturdays, we be over there having a good time, good energy. He's always going to play them bangers. He going to give you the latest news on some things. We going to laugh. And then we often get serious as well. So come on, brother. Come on, sister. over to Big Mouthpiece this Saturday. Hit the notification button, like, share, and subscribe. And he would say, big COC energy with blessings on blessings on blessings. Shout out to Big Mouth. I was on mute, y'all. Oh, so let's go ahead and talk about how we could celebrate World Mental Health Day today. Okay, how can you get involved? And by the time you watch this, the day might already be over, but there's still some things that you can do. You can participate, moving beyond awareness into action. I had my camera off, y'all. See, I'm back. Into action. So we're not just gonna think about mental health. We're going to do something about it. So here are some ways that I'm going to offer that you can get involved. If you did happen to get involved today, you can join a community walk. And you can use this for future references as well. Or attend a mental health awareness event. Or come to Daily Dose of D like you're doing right now. There are resources online that are simple and quick and friendly. Okay. So you can even host like a health brunch on a personal level. Okay. And when you do that, so when you're setting things up, you can put the hashtag World Mental Health Day or Minds Matter. I like that Minds Matter because every share can touch a life. And if you can't do any of that because it's later on in the day, just take a moment to honor your own mental health journey. The most important step here on October 10th is to take a mindfulness pause for yourself. Take 10 minutes to breathe, meditate, or just sit in silence. Prioritizing yourself is a celebration or acknowledgement itself. Instead of just saying, how are you? Ask a close friend, like we do here at the Love Palace. How is your mental health? How are you really? And be prepared to listen without judgment. This simple change in language can make all the difference because knowledge is power, right? So considering signing up next year or in the future for mental health first aid course or learn a first aid class. They have them right there. You can find this online. If you go to Big Mouthpiece, he talked about this on his Journey Home series. So you can even get information about that. Be the person who knows how to genuinely help, not to just offer thanks and gratitude. And finally, mental health is a destination. It's a practice. It isn't a destination, y'all. Let me calm down. It's a practice. It affects your body. It has the roots in your past, and it demands action today, right now. So what it look like if we make this day every day, where we actively choose to be mentally healthy? That's participating as well. So now, family, let's talk about some real life warriors. Let's talk about them warriors, okay? People who didn't let their mental battles define them, but instead use their pain as power. Because sometimes the most beautiful smiles, the people smiling, come from the people who have cried the hardest. Let's start with Selena Gomez. Now, this woman, do you know, she said, my anxiety and depression don't make me weak, they make me real. She took her struggles to the public and started a mental health program and even stepped away from the fame when she needed peace. That right there is strength, baby. That self awareness and that power. There's The Rock, Dwayne Johnson. He said that he hit a point in life where he didn't want to do anything. Now you see him smiling, inspiring millions of people. But behind that smile is a story of healing. He said he learned the hardest lesson. You are not alone. And that's the truth. None of us are. And then there's my girl, Taraji P. Henson. This queen this queen went through depression after losing her father and her son's father. But instead of hiding it, she said, we got to talk about it. She started the Boris Lawrence Henson Foundation to make therapy accessible for her community. She said, I'm doing this because silence almost broke him. Whew, that's powerful, right? See, mental health struggles don't discriminate. They touch everyone, no matter your status, your money, or your fame. But healing is universal too. And don't get it twisted. It's not just celebrities. I'm talking about me and I'm talking about you. Yes, you watching this right now, you who get up this morning and you didn't feel like it, you who keep smiling through the storm, you who keep choosing even when the chaos calls your name. That's bravery, baby. That's real mental strength. And we gotta start celebrating that. Not just success stories, but survival stories. Because the truth is, every person who faced mental illness still wakes up fighting to walk every day. They're a walking testimony. Let me say it to you. I am not my diagnosis. I am not my diagnosis. You are light. You are love. And you are still here. And that means your story ain't done yet. And if you ever overcome something dark in your mind, that's power. So let's fill this space up with hearts and love because hope heals. Okay, family? Let's take a moment. Let's let that one sit in your heart, okay? Then I'm going to come right back because next I'm going to share real ways to keep your mental health strong every single day. So you're right here at Daily Dose of D, where healing meets truth and laughter keeps us alive. Right after this message.
Indian drives to the freeways. We make the hustle look easy. Trapping ferns all season. The way we push our line. Yeah, we are still the people from those times. Yeah, through it all we continue to shine. 'Cause Indian tribes make freeways.
They still with us. They give us the fight when we in the field with it. Blood on the foundation, we build with it. The echoes of the past shapes the mold. From the cotton to the concrete, the story's been told. I let the real American Indian story unfold. Paint pictures with the flames, let it burn in your soul. We carved from the land. They tried to erase us with one wave of the hand, but still we stand. How you doing the treaty? That ain't your man. The game was planned. They drew them lines, and on them trails to see the world through an Indian's eyes. They say the colonizer came and the Indian died, but I told you we still here. It's time to instill fear for thinking they can come near our Aborigine. Our family legacies is deep in our memories. Cherokee, Chickasaw, and Choctaw. Fucking with the chiefs and get you knocked off. The warrior spirit still inside. Granny's strength with granddaddy's pride. And them stories that was left behind. This is my path, and I'ma finish this trail in due time. Ain't nothing fucking with my bloodline. We shine. It's part of my design.
Indian tribes to the freeways. We make the hustle look easy. Trapping furs all season. Way we push our line.
Welcome back, everybody. Make sure you tune in this Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to Poetry in Pulls. Last week was a blast. Had a great time. I was in the chat. They was talking. They was some good poetry. You could come do your poetry, your spoken word. You can do a rhyme, and you can even come get a reading. So that's at Blended Helen, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Sunday. Hope to see you there. Big COC energy. Collaboration over competition. Networking at its finest. Come over and see you there. All right, my love Palace family. I hope you took a second to just breathe, stretch, and maybe even smile at yourself today on this Free Your Mind Friday. Because I'm going to wrap this up. We're talking about keeping your peace long term, right? So let's get close. This one, some real life mental health practices that I'm going to offer to you guys, okay? Now listen. Maintaining good mental health isn't about being perfect at all. It's about awareness. It's not a destination, it's a daily practice. So here are some ways that GODDESSDEEOFLUV is going to offer to you to keep that beautiful mind of yours healthy and strong, okay? So first, set those boundaries, people. Say no without explaining. Say not today without guilt. Protecting your peace doesn't make you selfish, it makes you wise. So, set boundaries. You want to practice gratitude. Every morning, if you have the time, say this or list three things you're thankful for, even if it's simple. I woke up. I got air in my lungs. I got coffee. Gratitude shifts your whole focus from what is missing in the present. Okay? Move around. Next, move your body around. Exercise release happy chemicals in the brain. That's endorphins, dopamine, serotonin. That's your natural medicine, baby. If it could be yoga, it could be a dance break, it could be a walk in nature, or one of my first favorite persons, my one that I love to do is sing, do karaoke, party, and dance in the living room or the kitchen. Yes, that counts. The first step. Go on and talk to someone. Don't carry all that weight alone. Even if it's a therapist, a counselor, a trusted friend, or family member, even a spiritual mentor. Talking doesn't make you weak, it makes you free. The next thing that a lot of us need, get that rest. Your mind needs rest just as much as your body does. So go ahead and unplug. Let your brain breathe. Sleep is not lazy, it's necessary. The next point. Feed your mind with positivity. So you're gonna do this. What you are watching, what you're listening to, and what you're around. Protect your mental diet like your life depends on it because it does. And the final one. Find humor in life. Laugh. A good laugh can reset your nervous system faster than any vitamin can. You feel me? I agree with that. And if you can laugh at yourself, that's even more healing because I do that often. Do y'all laugh at yourself? You know, life is heavy sometimes, but healing happens in small, consistent moments. So when you choose to show up for yourself, so when your mind feels cloudy, when it's all cloudy up here and foggy, when your thoughts are loud, when your peace starts to fade, pause, breathe, and remind yourself, I made it through every bad day so far. I can handle this one too. You're not behind. You're not broken. You're becoming. And you know what, people? That's beautiful. Let's normalize therapy. Okay? Can we normalize therapy, people? Let's normalize self care. Let's normalize asking for help. I'm talking to myself too, y'all. Because resilient people cry, resilient people take breaks and heal. So tonight, before you go to bed, say this to yourself, please. I deserve peace. I deserve clarity. I deserve joy. And mean it. Because you know what? You really do. So, my beautiful loves, beautiful peoples, beautiful souls, beautiful family, let me say this to you. The mind is a mirror reflecting every fear, every dream, every truth you ever known. Sometimes it cracks. Sometimes it gets fogged. And sometimes it glows. But the beauty, oh, baby, the beauty is that it can always be clean. It can always be healed and always be loved again. So today, we honor the mind, not just for being perfect, but for being present. We honor World Mental Health Day, not as a moment, but as a movement to love yourself louder, to check on your resilient friends, to rest, to feel, to breathe. And remember, you are not your struggle. You are your strength. You are your comeback. And you are your calm. I want to thank everyone for coming to this live today about for Worldwide Mental Health Day. I appreciate every one of you guys. And I'm going to ask you, how is your mental health today? Let me remind you that healing is sexy, baby. I don't care what nobody tells you, healing is sexy. Peace is powerful, and love is always, always the answer. I hope everyone has a wonderful weekend, and I hope you learned you something today on World Mental Health Day. This is something that was very needed to talk about. You feel me? So, peace and love to everyone. I know a lot of people out there have a long weekend. So I don't know if I'm going to be back on Monday because the kids are out. They was out today too, but I was still able to get this daily dose of D to you. So hit that notification button. Make sure it's checked for the next episode of Daily Dose of D. Okay? Peace and love to everybody. Thank you for coming to the Love Palace. Have a wonderful weekend. Shout out to the replay game. Shout out to my sponsors, the network and Shamaka Essentials. And I hope I see you at Poetry in the Pools on Sunday, okay? Have a lovely, lovely rest of the day and a very nice long weekend. I'll see you real soon.
Dear friend, can we talk? You ever hold something inside you so long it starts to rot? The truth fermented in silence. This ain't about closure, it's about honesty. When I do with harmonies, yeah. Dear friend, can we talk? Can I pour this truth like wine? I'm for the ache I've locked inside for such a long, long time. Dear friend, can we talk before the silence swallows it whole? I need you to know I tried, I cried, I'm here, I'm whole. I tried, I cried, I'm here, I'm whole. Light extra bleacher, shit a snap or piano, internet delivery. There were nights I wrote you letters, tore them up before the dawn. Pages heavy with forgiveness, but too late to right the wrong. You weren't a villain. Felt love like she don't just love, she heals and keeps. Let go, let flow. Daily dose of tea in the land free. In the love palace, ships dock even here. Yeah, we guide the tide. Goddess deep. Question back when your heart needs reminding. D is divine, D is daily, D is love. A daily dose of D.